This is your local live TV broadcast of high school basketball. It is Irvington taking on Eastchester. Just a regular season matchup here at Irvington High School, or is it head coach Gina Maher leading the Irvington Bulldogs against Eastchester Eagles on February 1st as the head coach. The greatest to ever do it in Section 1 girls basketball, Gina Maher, going for her 800th career victory. Kevin Devaney Jr. here on the broadcast. As you see, Gina Maher, this is just one of many, and upon many, friends and family here in the gym tonight. As you see, you look around, it is like turning back the clock. Anybody who's been involved in Irvington basketball over the last 40 years is here tonight to celebrate the coach as she goes for 800, and nobody wants the attention less than Gina Maher herself, but she is going to have to stomach it. We got David Barry up top here doing the game broadcast. Gustavo Pessoa down on the floor, who's stalking Gina Maher as she's getting herself ready, doing anything to try and get this game over with. But it is an amazing night. It really is. Nobody deserves it more than Coach Gina Maher. For the lives she's touched, the players, not just the players, but everyone in the school, the people who have taught with her, worked with her, known her, parents, they're all here to celebrate her, and we are honored to be a part of it here tonight. As she is probably just as nervous as anybody in the building, if not the most. I actually was down with Coach Gina Maher in the office, the phys ed office, as she goes through her routine of filling out the scorebook, the same seat, the same office, the same pen. Well, she's had to replace the pen over 20 years, but the same style of pen that she's filled out her scorecard with. Very superstitious individual and coach, and she wants to treat this like any other game, and I'm sure her players feel a little bit of pressure here tonight. I was here for 700. I think I was here for 600 as well. And when you win as many section championships as she has, 17 titles, you rack up wins quickly. When you think about 800 and what it means, you only play a 20-game regular season. Basically have to go undefeated for 40 years to win 800 games.
And the rock is regular above bird, singing that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
That's all it is for Gina Maher right now. Just play the basketball game. It's important thing for Irvington is just getting that basket in, ball through the hoop the first time. And we are underway. The quest for 800 begins here for the Irvington Bulldogs. Pass up and off the mark. Back up for Emmeline LeBoon is good. Eastchester trails 2-0. Up the floor. Knapp in transition. Basket is good. 10-0 Irvington. But if you came for win number 800, you're on your way. 20-0 Irvington after one quarter here on LocalLive. And pass the count was deflected around and stolen. Picked off by Sophia in. Back inside, Donardo's shot blocked, but there for the putback is Emmeline LeBoon. And that will be the end of the opening half of basketball. Gina Maher halfway home to win number 800. It's a 33-2 lead over Eastchester at halftime here on LocalLive. You talked to Coach Maher before the game at all?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Gave her a big hug. And really, she just treated today like any other game. Just wanted to focus on her team, focus on the game, and get it done.
And they're getting it done right here on defense. They have forced turnover after turnover. Irvington, I've been to my fair share of Irvington weddings, and there's probably more people, yours included, many people here from Irvington alumni. Is this one of the bigger turnouts you think you've ever seen from Irvington girls basketball?
This is by far the biggest turnout I've ever seen. I was on the team for Win 500. I was a senior in the gym for 700, and this absolutely blows that out of the water. There are people here from Miss Maher's first team to the players who graduated last year. It's just incredible.
I mean, the media turnout has been incredible.
Yeah,
Coach, right?
Lots of press in the house, lots of cameras, all different crews, and again, she deserves it, but this is impressive.
I can't wait to see the swarm, because obviously they have their video that they need for the 10 o'clock news, right? The game video, but they want to get an interview with her, and I'm very anxious to see the swarm that's going to come around her.
It's going to be something special, I think.
And she loves to talk, except when she talks about herself.
You're absolutely right. I said her famous quote is, "I never scored a point, I never grabbed a rebound," and I'm sure that's going to be her line to everyone.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Sweet Caroline, Coach Gina Maher's favorite song. DJ Diz, working the music here tonight, knows exactly, was kind of probably holding this one to play for the fourth quarter in a lot of ways, which is, again, it's so funny because she she wants to escape that spotlight at all times.
Exactly. You know, what she's done for women's sports, women's basketball in Section 1, yes, her record, her wins, but it's everything else that goes under that, too, that makes her this figure that people look up to. Even all the Section 1 coaches that are here to support her. Austin coach Dan Rickey is here.
Tara Ryan from
Tara Ryan's here. Margot from Rye was here. And it's just a resounding, we love her. We love what she does. And to garner that respect from your opponents is pretty unique. I say this all the time, but winning breeds winning.
Yep.
And I remember taking that gold ball when we won and bringing it down to the elementary schools.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, all those younger players who maybe didn't pick up a basketball or were really good at lacrosse were like, I want to win that.
Yeah.
And I think that really is what happens here. But when you see programs that have repeat wins, repeat sectionals, it's really about building that community. On the crowd.
Yep. Very anxious to see as they're going to let this
is going to be loud.
Clock wind down. The final seconds on history. In Gina Maher, New York, win number 800 is in the books for the greatest to ever do it.
Well done.
She's probably telling about practice tomorrow.
Oh, exactly.
Practice tomorrow. We got a game on Saturday. Let's focus.
You can feel that love, though.
Pretty awesome. A lot of tears. Just amazing.
No one deserves it more either. And
Absolutely
look,
not.
right over to go shake the other team's hands.
Yes, always. She's probably going to thank Coach Biancardi more than anybody. Just to appreciate him and his team coming here tonight and withstanding all the pomp and circumstance.
See some of those green shirts popping up. We can celebrate now.
She did tell me the one thing she worried about was putting Eastchester through this, right? And I think this is a good opponent to have, not just because of obviously the score, but just because they seem to, after getting over the jitters, they seem to kind of embrace it and understand the importance of this. And interviews right away.
Wow.
Yeah, they got deadlines to make.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even on the opposing team, to be a part of this, even tangentially, is pretty special.
Yeah. She's going to go out there. And so they're cutting down the banner across the way. They will wait for Coach.
2, 3.
But although that banner up there says 800 wins, Coach Maher has always been about more than just wins. She's always been about relationships, building relationships with her players, the community members of Irvington, but ultimately the relationships, as you see before you this evening, around the gymnasium, are those relationships that have built this community of Irvington the way that it has. And for that, I thank all of you for coming out here tonight. We thank Coach Maher, but there's a lot of people here that would love to say something. So I would actually like to call up for a second Coach D and Miss Tetro to stop up here for a second to present Coach Maher with a little gift. If you can't see it, it's a ball with her 800 wins on it that was painted in green and white for her. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just presenting to you Phil DeRocco, who is the athletic director, Hall of Famer here for many, many years. I'm going to turn the mic over to him.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Irvington student body and Irvington community, thank you for making this a very special evening for Gina Maher. I think back in 1974, Mr. Mazzaros had it correct. He knew what he was hiring in 1974, and here we are, and 800 wins later, and one of the best that there are. Thank you, Gina. Coach Maher epitomizes what class is all about as a person. She's just a great person, a great coach, and Irvington is very thankful to have her not only as part of the staff, not a part of the coaching, but part of the community. And you can see tonight the love that's in this room just for Gina and her girls. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Coach. It's been a great run, but I know you're not finished this year. This is just the beginning. So let's hope that the girls take it all the way. And thank you, and good luck.
All right, next up, my predecessor who was here for 19 years, I believe, Artie McCormick.
I'm going to be real brief. Everybody in this room probably feels the same way I feel. I was lucky enough to be an athletic director with Gina Maher, and I didn't look at it as an athletic director and a coach, a dear friend, and somebody who I miss talking to all the time. We had great conversations. You guys are so lucky to have her. Everybody in this room is so lucky to have you. I thank you for our friendship. Congrats.
Next up, I have a dear friend, Miss Carol Dyer.
Well, it's so nice to look at my BFF, and I know how happy this day is over. And the girls have won. But when I came to Gina, it was after her first year coaching, and we just wanted to build a program. And she built a program. And as I look out here and I see her first team over there that got her coming from their CYO days, and there's so many alumni players and parents and family and people who've been part of this journey, and especially her family. I'm looking at all of them, her nephews, her husband, her son, and her other son, and her husband was a big part of things. So Gina, we love you. We love you.
Next up, we have Kathy Behrens.
So when Gina heard we were going to do a ceremony, she kicked me and broke my foot. So two things I want to say. First, starting five for Irvington girls basketball in the way Gina has led this program are five things. So community, a loving, caring, dedicated family, incredible assistant coaches, especially Carol Dyer and BJ Tulin Constantine, Caitlin Degnan. Fourth, hard-working, talented, caring players who play the game the right way and play together. But at the heart of Irvington girls basketball has always been Gina Maher. The center of the game is the person who's brings it all together, and that's what Gina has done. She talks about holding the rope for all of us, and the 76ers over there who passed the rope on to this incredible team. You guys are awesome for being a part of this. You will never forget this moment. So from all of us who have ever played for Gina and who have been a part of this program, we love you, we thank you, and keep going.
And next up, we have our fine assistant coach, a former player, and now a coach for the program. We have Miss BJ Constantine.
Thank you. So everybody asks me the million-dollar question, how does she do it? Year after year. The perseverance is mind-boggling. Some of the younger coaches have asked me, what's the secret sauce? So here's my take. I call it the Gina Maher effect. Here's how it works. You're born into this beautiful town and community. Great people, great schools, and that's a blessing in itself. And then you're lying in your crib and you hear balls bouncing on the hardwood. You start liking basketball, so you pick one up and you dribble it, and you go out and shoot your driveway. Then you start playing a little bit of organized basketball for the town, maybe the rec, maybe a little AAU, maybe the church. I actually played for Stan Freelander at the church, who was Jewish. We don't discriminate. I almost converted for him. But by the time rec and CYO are over, you're just about ready to enter the girls' basketball program here at Irvington on the modified. We've had many brilliant coaches, and those coaches lay the foundation for our program. When you least expect it, you're on the modified squad, and Gina Maher walks into the gym. Everybody goes deer in the headlights. You're stunned, and you just forget how to play the game. Coaches have to call a timeout to regroup. Gina quickly sizes up the future of her program. She thinks to herself, the future is bright. Now it's time to play JV. Whereas you were a deer in headlights on modified, now your mouth goes dry and you nearly lose it when Gina knows you by name and welcomes you into the gym. You start to settle in, some sooner than others, and you realize that this woman is treating you just like she treats everybody else, with respect and dignity. She starts to instill confidence. She starts to instill confidence in you. She whispers into Caitlin's ear, you're gonna be really, really good. The young girls start to admire Gina for who she is. They notice her work ethic and how serious she is most of the time, except when kids like Anders come up and hug her spontaneously, or maybe even do a little dance. Finally, you make varsity. You are a part of VGB. You know the bonds run deep, 48 years deep. At one point, I would welcome all the girls who entered our program into the best sorority on the planet. We call it Kappa Kappa Gina. It's a part of Kappa Kappa Gina. And now, instead of admiring Gina from a distance, you get all the feels. Her passion, dedication, and love for you becomes tangible. You see how caring, kind, and loyal she is. You can't help but take on some of her great qualities as you are in her presence day in and day out. She's all up in your business. We should have another gossip leader banner. She wants to know all about you and your family, how your classes are going, and the list goes on. You become an eyewitness to how much she really, really cares about you and your teammates, and then you're done. Game over. All you want to do now is play your ass off and win for her. Your will to win becomes even greater than you ever knew, and it's all because of Gina. She is the secret sauce. She is the best. She is a legend, and we are all so blessed, especially me. I love you, Gina Maher.
So Gina, we're going to get to you in 1 minute. 1 minute. Next up, we have the pleasure of introducing David Imamura, the Westchester County legislator who graduated from Irvington. He's here with us today.
Thank you, John. Let's go Bulldogs! So, one of the reporters just now who interviewed Gina was telling me, he asked Gina, so what can you do next? What's next on the list? And Gina said, well, we're playing Ossining this weekend. So Gina, on behalf of the County of Westchester, as someone who grew up in Irvington, as someone who didn't have the privilege of being on the girls' basketball team, but knew people who were on the girls' basketball team, thank you for everything you have done. They say empires rise and fall, but Gina Maher's empire has never fallen. So thank you, Gina, for everything you've done. Thank you for creating an Irvington basketball girls team on which the sun will never set. Thank you, Gina.
All right, so we listened to a lot of people talk, but I know that everyone here is excited to hear this next person talk. Miss Gina Maher.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, thank you. First of all, I want to thank Eastchester for coming and being a part of this. And the Eastchester coaches for having so much class. And hopefully we'll see you again next year at your place. And thank you very, very much. You're terrific people. The next thing, I would like everyone that's in the stands here that ever played on our team to please come down to the court. Come on down, girl. Everyone. Okay, and along with all of them, including 3 people that are here from my first team, and they're the reason I was here. There they are, the whole little gang. And now, how lucky am I? Look at all these girls. Okay. And now, I would like all my former coaches to come down to the court. And you might notice that a lot of the players were also former coaches of former players. I'm going to read out the names of these coaches. There's Kathy Behrens, Kathy McMahon, Denise Villard, Janice Bokikio, Kathy Toulon, Kathy Tetro, Chrissy Lillo, Tiffany Flynn, Lisa Bucci, Teddy Link, Caitlin Degnan. I also want to thank Hannah Gross, who keeps us all healthy. And I would like to thank Riley Harrington Chevrier, another former player and a coach, unfortunately not here at Irvington, but she has already won 100 games a few weeks ago, and I don't look forward to playing her team, but it's great. But she's been a great supporter, and so things go on. I also want to thank the men, because it was very, very important for all these years. And I don't see that any of the men that are here came down. So I'd like to see Michael Toulon, Billy Dyer, Chris Marr, Rich Wallen, Gary Ramondo, to please come down and join these coaches, because you were all part of this also. Just bear with me, because there are 3 coaches I want to single out. The first, of course, is Carol Dyer, because she came with me. And Carol and I were going to meet for 10 minutes over a cup of coffee, and 2 hours later, she was my right arm. And 46 years later, she's still my best friend. But Carol Dyer, Carol Dyer helped us start this program. She, the things that she did is incredible, and obviously she's still taking lots and lots of pictures, and we treasure them all. Sorry for that. I'm losing my place here. The second I think you all know is Donna Devaney. Donna Devaney. So Donna is really more important for her desk than she is for, no, she's really important to me. But since the day Donna moved over here, I've been going to her room before every game, and I fill out my book on Donna's desk. And she always leaves it for me, but that's the way she is. She coached with us for 14 years, almost had a baby at the States, but she told her doctor that no, she had to go up to the States because our team were playing there. And 2 days later, she delivered Daria. And Donna, thank you so much, because you're always part, you and your whole family. Everybody knows. Okay. BJ Constantine. Okay, so she was in this gym. She played young the way you guys played. She played CYO. She came and she played varsity. She was on the first state championship team. Her record, and Kathleen Anacarico-Tetro was also on the team. Her record as a player here for 3 years was 70-6, and she could shoot that ball. So, as I say, for 24 years, she's been my right hand. I couldn't do this without her. She's been part of every state championship that Irvington has won, and that's really amazing. And the only reason I've been there is because she's taken me there. And from the bottom of my heart, I think she knows how much I love her, how much I love her family, and I would not be standing here with all of you without BJ Constantine. So last but not least, I would like to thank my family. And I don't mean my family sitting over here. I love them. I love my 2 boys, my 2 nephews who played basketball here, my grandkids. But I wanted to talk to my extended family, which are all you people. All you people that are here are the extended family for Irvington basketball. And I don't know what we'd do without you. The town, the village, the rec department, the entire community, the school community. We've had amazing support from superintendents and from principals and from teachers and from families. You are all family. Everybody that's here in this gym tonight is responsible for these 800 wins, because they say it takes a village. It takes a village of Irvington. God bless you all. I love you.
Let's give it up again for Coach Gina Maher. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.
And a community that loves her as much as anybody I've ever noticed. I've ever been around. Nobody loves their coach more than Irvington loves Gina Maher. Good night, everyone.